Good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our last Monday morning mind stretch. Today is a beautiful day, so I decided to go live from the backyard. So this is my backyard. It's kind of bright, so it's hard to see. Yay! It's nice to see you guys. I'm a little early. It's not quite 10 o'clock yet, but I figured I would tune in and chat with you guys a little bit. So I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I hope your year is winding down very nicely for you. Hi, everyone. Wow, look at you all tuning in. So it's officially 10 o'clock. The review of how this works for those of you who might be tuning in who have never done this before, because now we're going to do a very special giveaway today. So for those of you who haven't done it, the rules are we're going to use the chat feature to ask yes or no questions to see if we can fill the story with holes. Today, it's just a very short story. It is actually a story, and we have to figure out what happened. What was the setting? What was the rising action? What was the plot? Tell me what was happening in the story. So, and we're going to ask yes or no questions to try to help everyone get to the solution, to try to reconstruct the story and fill those holes that are missing in this story. So for today, because it's our very last Monday morning mind stretch, I am giving away a pizza. So I'm going to add your names. If you want the pizza, just put your name in the chat and I will put your name in the wheel of names. And at the end of today's Monday morning mind stretch, I'll spin the wheel and I will select a random winner of today's giveaway. If you are the one who is, hopefully we'll work together to fill the holes in this story. But if you're the first person to get to that solution, I will put your name on the wheel twice. Okay. So you'll have double the chances of winning, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add some names in right now before I lose track of who you are. So here we go. It is, I see the first name is Aiden. Random. Yes, it's random. You're asking if it's random. Okay. All right, so I see you don't want to do it. Okay, so let's not spam the chat. Sam, you've decided you don't want the pizza. Okay, Samvi, Sophia. Okay. All right. And I think I got everyone. I'm going to read the names just to make sure that I have everyone. Of course, I'm not going to do this spinning until the end. So there's still time if there are people that join us late or if you change your mind and you decide you want the pizza. I have Aiden, Christina, Veronica, Matthew, Samvi, Sophia, Gabby, Zoe, Olivia, and Christiana. Is that correct? If I missed you, just go ahead and put your name in there. Oh, and Annika. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Today's the title of the Monday of the story with holes is called The Three Astronomers. And here is the whole story that we have. So let's see if we can piece this together and figure out what's happening. The three astronomers gazed into the evening sky and immediately ran for cover. Okay, Cornelia, I see you. I'm glad you're excited. Okay, I'm going to read it again. Okay, yes, you can join, Cornelia. I added your name. Okay, so The Three Astronomers is the title. I'm going to read it one more time. This is only a small piece of the story. We have to figure out what's going on, okay? The three astronomers gazed into the evening sky and immediately ran for cover. Did they see a meteor? Nope, they did not see a meteor. Okay. Was there a tornado? Nope, there was not a tornado. Was there a black hole? No. Was it hail? No. So instead of trying to guess the answer, remember the trick to getting this whole story is to try to funnel it down. So start broad. Let's pick out some pieces of the story and find out more information about what's going on here. That we know that there are three astronomers. We know that they're gazing into an evening sky, and we know that they're running for cover. So let's figure out what else we know. Okay. I'm going to repeat the story one more time. It goes like this. The three astronomers gazed into the evening sky and immediately ran for cover. Were they fake astronomers? No. Did they see something dangerous? Nope. Were they in space? No. Did it have to do with the weather? Yes. Was it cloudy or clear? Well, that's not a yes or no question, so I can't answer that one. Sorry. Oh, Aiden. Silly. No giant meatballs in this example. Was it raining? I don't know. I can't answer that one. Have they seen it before? Great question. I would say yes, they have seen it before. Was the sky dark? Great question. I don't think the sky was dark. The story says evening sky. But to me, the way I read this, to me, the evening sky, to me, it is maybe like sunset. So I think it's still light out. Was it a blue moon? No, not a blue moon. Were they excited for something? No. The moon? No. Well, the moon wouldn't make me run for cover. So, I don't think so. Let's think about this. What do we know about was it a natural disaster? And the answer is no, there's no disaster. What do we know about each of these pieces of the story? Was it an unusual case? Great question. I don't think so. I don't think it was that unusual. Was it lightning? No. Is it in the evening? Yes. So that's part of the setting that we know, right? So we know when it's happening. We don't know where it's happening. So that's one of the holes that we need to fill in this story. The story is the three astronomers gazed into the evening sky and immediately ran for cover. Was the moon out? Irrelevant. Was this in the past? Irrelevant. Does it have to do with the moon? No. Is it in the USA? Irrelevant. Were they in the North or South Pole? No, they were not at any of the poles. Is it a word? Nope. We're trying to fill in the story. So we need to know what are the basic components of a story? Was there anything falling from the sky? No. Were they taking cover to see something better? Great question. And the answer is no. They were not looking for anything better. Does it have to do with the weather? So yes, it does have something to do with the weather. Did they run because they were, well, there's a difference between being scared and being in danger. I'm going to say no to that question. Matthew, was it Northern Lights? Nope, because remember, it's the evening sky, remember? Somebody asked earlier if it was dark out, and the answer to that one was no. I don't think it was dark out. So we know that piece of the story. So let's think about what components you need to tell a story. Before you can figure out why they were running for cover, let's see what you can find out about the characters and the setting. So what do we know about the characters? What do we know about the characters? Right, they gazed at the sky. What else do we know about them? Let's see, who has not yet asked a question? If you haven't yet asked a question, let's ask a question about the characters in this story with holes. They were astronomers, right? So let's ask some questions about that. We know they were astronomers. Are they on Earth? Yes, they are on Earth. Yes, I'm going to read it one more time. The three astronomers gazed into the evening sky and immediately ran for cover. Are they actual astronomers? Yes, they are actual astronomers in this case. Their age is irrelevant. Did one of their experiments go wrong? No. Were they dreaming? No. Did they have other people with them? I don't know. So I guess it's irrelevant. Were they crazy? No. Did they run to get something to cover them? Okay. No, I actually don't know, but I don't think so. So I know we've asked these questions. We're trying to figure out more stuff about the astronomers. We already said there's no disaster. What do we know about the astronomers? Were they, okay, so you're finding out what they were doing. Okay, so it's actually irrelevant of what they were doing. So I don't know if they were doing an experiment or whatever they were doing. Was something on their telescope? No. Was the thing that caused them to get cover natural? Yes. The three astronomers gazed into the evening sky. Yeah, Was the telescope working? Irrelevant. Did they? Okay, so I'm going to repeat it again. The three astronomers gazed into the evening sky and immediately ran for cover. Is the fact that they're astronomers relevant? Excellent question. And no, it's not relevant. Did they run? Okay, no. Are they outside? Yes. Was there a danger? I don't think so. Were they in a planetarium? No, they weren't. So we know that the fact that they're astronomers is irrelevant, right? What else do we know about these astronomers? Aiden, no, that's not it, Aiden, but that they weren't looking at a solar eclipse. Were they cold? Good question. And I don't think so. I think it's really irrelevant. Rosio, no. When would that be a natural thing? When rocks or granite is falling from the sky. Is the fact that it's the evening relevant? So the thing that they were taking cover from can happen at any time of the day. So in that way, it's not relevant, but it is relevant because you need some sunlight to be able to see what they saw. So if they, for example, if these three people who happen to be astronomers, because we talked about that it's irrelevant that they were astronomers. If they were walking around at midnight, for example, they might not have run for cover. Did they see an animal and have allergies to them? No. So we know that the fact that they're astronomers is irrelevant. We know that there are three of them. We know that their age is irrelevant. We know that their condition is normal. Everything about them is normal. What do we know about the setting in this story with holes? Is where they are right now relevant? So in terms of geography, we ruled out the poles, the North and South Pole, as being a possible location. Other than that, I think it's really irrelevant. If you're asking what country they're in, this is something, okay, so is the setting relevant at all? Well, it's relevant because they are actually on Earth, right? So they are somewhere, but it doesn't matter if they're in the United States or some other country. That part of it doesn't matter. So that's not relevant. Is what they were looking at relevant? Yes. Okay. Were they lost? Nope. Samvi. Were they stargazing? So remember, Samvi, we talked about that there's still some sunlight. So they weren't stargazing. And many people have already asked if they were in danger, and I answered that twice. So no, they're not in danger. Were they in a hot area? So that's irrelevant as well. I tend to think, yeah, it's probably on the warmer side. Is the temperature relevant? I don't think so. I don't think the temperature is relevant. I do think, based on what they saw, I think that it's probably on the warmer side. Did they see something living? Great question. The answer is no. Because I like that question, because that's a very broad question, right? So that's going to funnel you down into the right answer. So we know it's nothing living. So that rules out any questions you had about, fierce animals on the loose chasing these three astronomers down the sidewalk. Was there a fire? Great question. And there is no fire, because remember, where were they looking? Did they see something very bright? The answer is no. So who can piece this story together for us so far? Who can retell part of what we what we know so far. Cornelia, did they see storm clouds? Yes, they did. Did they see something very big because it was magnified by the telescope? So remember, it doesn't matter that they were astronomers. It could have been anyone. It could be 3 students who gazed into the evening sky and ran for cover. So there's no telescope involved. I don't know where they were. I don't know if they were in the woods. I don't know if they were on a city sidewalk. I don't know if they were walking in a park. I have no idea where they were. I think it's irrelevant. Did they see lightning? No, they did not. Was there a hurricane? I don't think so. Was there a storm coming? Yes. I'm sure you hear the birds. I don't know if you can hear that. Did they see a rainbow? No. I don't know if a rainbow would make me run for cover. So did they see hail? No. Matthew, was it a storm? Yes. Cornelia, you did really give us a really important piece to this story, the storm clouds. Okay. Did they hear thunder? I don't think so. So it doesn't say anything about that in the story. Did they see hail? Nope. So they were outside and they saw a storm coming. Okay, great. So let's put this together. Let's retell the story from the beginning. So there were 3 astronomers gazed into the evening sky and immediately ran for cover. So is there anyone that can retell that story in that chat feature and fill in those holes so it becomes a whole story instead of a simple one sentence? Right, 3 astronomers. Did they need an umbrella? Okay, so I'm asking if we can retell the story. I'm still seeing a lot of questions. Before we post more questions, let's pull together what we know and figure out what it is, where we are, so we can all start from the same point. Okay, so 3 astronomers saw a storm coming. They were scared, so they ran inside. So I thought I told you that they weren't scared. 3 astronomers saw a thunderstorm and ran for cover. Yeah, that's right. So, but we know that the astronomers, the fact that they're astronomers really doesn't mean anything, right? So, do you want to elaborate on the setting? Is there anybody that wants to put in where you think they might be if you were to retell this story? Okay, great. A desert island. Okay, that would be an interesting location to see the storm clouds sort of coming in. And I guess you would have to really work hard to find a place to run for cover if that were the case, right? Okay, that's great, guys. So to wrap up, because it looks like we came to the solution here. We filled the holes in the story. They could be in a field, they could be on the street. I'm going to read the story with the holes filled in because it sounds like we figured it out. They were walking in the street and looked up to see large black clouds, which meant imminent rain. The fact that they were astronomers has nothing to do with the reason they ran for cover. So that's the story with holes. I had fun with you today, as always, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to spin my wheel of names. If I didn't say your name earlier and you want to be considered for a pizza sent to your house, then make sure that you put your name in the chat and I'll add you to the wheel of names. If your name comes up as the winner, I'm going to share a Google Doc with you with all the details of how that's going to happen. Okay, so I got you, Matthew. So take your name off the wheel. Okay, I'll go ahead and remove your name from the wheel. Okay, Rocio, I'll add you on there. I already have Sambi. Okay, Hannah. I got you, Sambi. I have Aiden, Christina, Veronica, Matthew, Samvi, Sophia, Zoe, Olivia, Christiana, Annika, Cornelia, and Rosio. And Hannah. Okay, are we all good? Everybody whose name I called, oh, where's the pizza from? So as I said, the details about all this, I'm going to share with you in a shared Google Doc. So, you know, it's irrelevant right now where the pizza's from. So, all right. So if we're ready, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. I really wish I could screencast this with you right now, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So, here we go. I'm going to spin. Okay, I'll add your name there twice. Well, yeah, Cornelia, I'll go ahead and add your name twice. Oops. Okay. Shuffle and spin. And the winner is Veronica DeRugo. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send you a shared Google Doc and get all the details for how to send that to you. Okay, everyone. I'm really, really glad that you tuned in. So many of you have been here, like my weekly Monday morning Mindstretch groupies, and I can't tell you how excited that makes me. I'm really, really happy that we did this. It was a nice way to connect with you while we've been remote. And next year in September, whenever we go back, whatever that is, if we're still digital, I'm going to start these Monday morning mind stretches again as soon as school starts. If we're back in the classroom, you'll have the pleasure of seeing me in the flesh, coming to your classrooms, doing all kinds of fun STEM lessons and all of these little riddles and things like that throughout the school year. So I'm actually signing out as a music teacher, so I'll be back only as a STEM teacher and gifted and talented. I'm really excited about that. So we're going to spend more time doing these kinds of activities. And can you do it if you're at SATs? So here's the thing. I have a little guest, a guest in our chat today that you might have seen. Her name is Hannah. There she goes. That's my sister-in-law, and she's in the United Kingdom. So these live chats are actually global when they're live. And then I just turn them into a private, kid-friendly chat for our school. So while they're live, anyone can join no matter where you're from. So if you're at SATS and we are remote, you can certainly log in for our Monday morning mind stretch. It doesn't matter where you are, what school you're part of. If you're in Disney, the first week of school, you can still log in for our Monday morning mind stretch. If you move to another time zone and you decide to leave Indian Hill, you can still log in for our Monday morning mind stretch as long as we're doing it. And if we're remote, I will do them on Monday mornings at 10 a.m. And I'm also going to keep my enrichment and extension classroom open for the summer. So if you decide that you want to come back into that Google Classroom to revisit old Monday morning mind stretches that you didn't get to tune into live, you can definitely do that. I have a little like advent calendar of sorts for the last day of school countdown, and you delete a picture every day. And it was nice to meet you too. That's very sweet. So you know, if you want to do that, there's activities that you can do leading up to summer, or you could create a summer bucket list and add things on there, like figure out how to start a campfire with flint and steel. That's actually really tough. So if you can manage that, then props to you, because that's not an easy thing to do. As an example, in August this summer, you're going to be able to see the Perseid meteor shower. So you can put that on your calendar and check that out. It, of course, involves you staying up until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know how happy that makes you. I know my daughter, who's a fifth grader, would love to spend all night outside with her friends looking for meteors. She would reject sleep at any possible moment that she could. So that's just something for her to do, for you to do. I also posted some escape rooms on the Enrichment and Extension Google Classroom. So definitely, I'm going to keep that going. If you need stuff to do, or if you feel like you want to connect over the summer, you can definitely do that through the Enrichment and Extension Google Classroom. So thanks again for joining me, and I will post this in our Enrichment and Extension classroom, and I'm going to sign out. I miss you guys, and I hope you have the best summer ever. I hope that the restrictions are lifted and you can all hang out with each other, and maybe Veronica can share her pizza. Well, she won't be able to share her pizza because those restrictions aren't lifted yet, but virtual pizza party. So yay, congrats, Veronica. Bye, everyone.